Skiathos is one of the most beautiful of the Greek islands and a place that has become special to me over the 3 years that I've been going there. A big part of that is down to my connection to the charity, the Skiathos Cat Welfare Association, who have taken on the responsibility of looking after and controlling the cat population across the island. My decision to make these films about them was down to the fact that they are soon to lose their home and their land and desperately need to raise money to buy new land and build a purpose-built home for the 200 plus cats that Sharon Hewing, the founder of the charity, looks after. It's a desperate situation and time is running out. There are roughly 2,000 cats on the island, most of which are strays, and they rely upon the charity's volunteers to feed them daily, especially in the 7 months when the tourists have gone and the hotels and tavernas have closed. I saw this firsthand when I went to Skiathos in January and did my first filming. In the summer months, they are mostly getting fed by the friendly tourists. But when the season is over, the cats need these volunteers and the charity to survive. Because it was the summer, I was making sure that I was doing my duty as a tourist to make sure these cats were fed. I had a daily feeding run. The first stop was to make sure I left some food for the missing stray ginger nuts, then the cats by the bins, and then off to the old dump to see those 4 gorgeous kittens. They had initially been wary of me. After all, they had been dumped there by a human, but now they'd really warmed to me, and me to them. And of course, I named them. That's Jim, or Jimmy on the left, and on the right, that's Marley. Your name is now Charlie. Charlie the Cuddle Bucket. You're very cute. I'm going to call you Tim. Tiny Tim. Tim! I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl, Tim, but you're a boy right now. Hi, Charlie. Whilst they were healthy and they were getting fed by me temporarily and by Jan from the dog shelter, I really wish they were in a better location, somewhere where they could have a better life, not here in the middle of nowhere. I spent about an hour and a half with these guys, and now they don't want me to go. Hiya. Oh my god, they're under the car. Oh no. You can't come with me. Come on. I'll take you back. I'm sorry, Charlie. Sorry. Please stay there, Charlie. Please. Well, I can distract you with food, but you make it hard, guys. I am way too soft for this. Bye, guys. I was starting to question the wisdom of naming almost every cat I came across, because in just 2 days' time, I'd be heading home. Becoming so attached to so many cats, I knew I'd be worrying about them constantly once I'd left. It happened with Ginger Nuts, with Moo, and of course with Harriet. But it was natural to me, and yes, maybe I am too soft, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It just makes things hard, as I can't exactly adopt every cat I come across. With time running out and no sign of Moo, I decided to head into town for a daytime look around and hopefully have a bit more luck. It's too early for Moo. She really is a probably a nighttime cat, but I'm going to try and certainly keep at it tonight. Whenever I'm out driving, I'm always looking out for cats, for safety and also in case I need food. I thought she might be around here. Hello! It's dead. Hi, Sharon. I just got into town, and that first feeding station, the one that I was going to head down to, there's an adult cat that's dead on the ground just by it. So, yeah. Really? God, okay. Okay. Right, I'll do that. I'll let you know when I get back up there. I didn't really notice. Okay. Alright. Okay. Bye. I've got to put it into a bag and put it into the bin. This poor girl had been hit by a car or moped at least a couple of hours ago. She was one of the many strays I'd been feeding every night when I was out searching for Moo. It broke my heart to do this, but this is what Sharon said I needed to do. I thought about Ginger Nuts and wondered if this is what happened to him and why he's vanished. The same with Moo. How do you emotionally deal with it? Do you disconnect yourself as much as you can?
I do nowadays. I mean, in the early days it was, obviously very sad and distressing and thinking I want to give up, I can't bear this, plus all this real sick ones in the early days that of sights that I would never actually imagine I could stomach. But you learn, as the years go by, not to become so emotional about it. Not being hard, because people think, oh God, the cat's died and I buried it, and oh, she's not really emotional. But if they went through how many I did, it's like being a nurse.
You couldn't. You'd have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's the worst ones, apart from the old ones, are the ones, let's say, like Bug. He's not growing. He's always needing medication. I'm thinking as each week goes by, oh, great, and then like his siblings, all three of them eating one day, came downstairs, they were dead the next day. It's the ones that shock you, that you expect, the playing, oh look, they're playing, Julie, they're playing, they're eating, and blah, 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 and then just, you never know how they've been brought up.
Yeah.
And what diseases the mother had, that's the main thing. But that's why I'll have to try and keep them confined, because I vaccinate at 8 weeks, the youngest age possible where they're fit enough, vaccinate, just to give them that start. But, Bug and his brother Buck should be vaccinated, but it's just too risky.
Yeah.
Too risky.
This is the final resting place for most of the cats and kittens who've died at Sharon's. It had been another tough day emotionally, but it was nothing compared to what Sharon has gone through in the more than a decade that she's been looking after the cats on Skiathos. There was some good news though. She told me that the kitten, Brick, who was trapped behind that wall and then was hiding under the kitchen units, had decided to come out and about. I needed to go and see him. I'm ready for you. The big entrance. Hello. He's going to be a bruiser. It may have taken a few days, but finally he'd come out and he was looking great. I'd actually renamed him Arnie after my dad to give him more of a adoption-friendly name. And look, making friends too. I was so happy to see him like this. Van, the kitten from the van, she was a little bit weaker and she was eating but not a lot, and she was worrying me. Most of these kittens are up for adoption. Many of them have found homes and they're waiting to go to them.
Sweet. Ba 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 ba. But adopted. Yes.
Some are still waiting to be snapped up. It's actually quite easy to adopt. The cats have to have blood tests to make sure they're healthy, they get their vaccinations, they get their pet passports. Then they need to get a flight to go to their new homes. It doesn't cost that much, and to give one of these lovely cats a home is a very special thing.
It's so delicate, Holly.
My mum actually has adopted one of the Skiathos kittens. She adopted Flora, one of the stars of my first film.
There's Philip's maid Flora.
She's the kitten who sat on Sharon's lap during the interview, and she followed me around everywhere, and she has settled in so well. My mum is absolutely besotted with her. She has a great life ahead of her, and this is where she was found as a tiny kitten. So many are just dumped in dustbins. It's heartbreaking. It is a lot easier to find homes for the cute kittens. It's a lot harder to find homes for the adult cats, even though they're incredibly loving and friendly. It's by far the best thing that can happen to them if they can be adopted into a new loving home. And it made me think about Charlie, Marley, Jimmy and Timmy. How nice it would be to take them away from that dump and find them new homes. But the charity isn't a shelter. You can't just take cats there in the hope that they could be adopted. Otherwise she'd be overrun. She already has over 200. But their future was something that was really weighing on my mind. In 2 days' time I would be flying home. There was so much I'd wanted to do on this wonderful island, but with no sign of Moo or Ginger Nuts, and now with Charlie and his brothers adding to my concerns, that wasn't going to change. It was getting pretty late in the day, so it was time to pop over to see my lovely Harriet. But before I found her, there was a lovely surprise. This is Severus. Severus, say hi to everyone. Severus is a lovely beach cat, not a street cat, a beach cat. He's very, 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 very friendly. And you're named after Severus Snape. Sarah named all the cats here after characters in Harry Potter. So you're Severus Snape, and Harriet is named after Harry Potter. Bit of a sex change there. I don't know where she is. There you are. Potter food. Get in there. It didn't take me too long to find her. She was off getting cuddles. Yep, she was cheating on me. But it was okay. We do have an open relationship. My plans to chill out with Harriet on the beach took an unexpected turn though. You need to get into shelter. It's not always picture perfect sun. Storms here. I'm trying to make sure. I mean, she's coped without me. I just want to make sure that she stays dry. I care a lot about her. Hey, I can't take you back with me. Oh no! Now you're under the shelter of my car. What am I going to do? That's better. Stay there. Bye, Harriet. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay dry. I can't stand leaving her in this rain, but look, she's been used to it without me for months. So I'll take her home with me. Stay dry, Harriet. When I saw Harriet in the sun laying on the loungers, getting attention, it felt like she was in the best place she could be. But this afternoon the reality hit me. She had no home. She was vulnerable to the elements. And when the tourists left for the 7 months off season, she would be alone. I seriously thought about taking her home, adopting her. But how could I? My cat's a house cat, so it will take a lot of adapting for her to accept that. Plus Noodle, my little Burmese cat, is 18 years old, and it would cause her a lot of stress bringing a new cat into the house. I didn't know what to do for the best. Do you want these? So funny. I was just in my room and I came out and found this little squirt squeaking at me. So I'm now giving him some treats and he seems very happy. I've not seen him in days. I haven't even given you a name. It wasn't long before the others came along. There's enough to go around. Of course, I hoped that they'd come to see me because they like me and want to hang out with me, but I think it was just for the food. Bye! And he's gone. So it's my last day. It's been a really busy, intense 12 days, but it's been worthwhile. Yesterday was nice because I spent like 2 hours with those kittens by the old dump, and I spoke to Sharon and the lady who feeds them, Jan, at the dog shelter, and I said, can I catch them and take them to Sharon so they can be adopted because they're so lovely, and they agreed. So that is my job this morning. I am going to try and catch them. Hopefully those 2 hours where they got to know me yesterday will make things a bit easier. Otherwise, that is where I will be all day. Not my last day. I did my feeding run on the way, leaving food for ginger nuts and the cats by the rubbish bins. I really felt this was the right decision, to take them away from there and to give them a chance for a new life. Before I even had a chance to do anything, they've already come running up to me. Hi guys! Trapping cats can be a very difficult procedure, requiring a lot of patience and attempts to get the cats into the cage. But here, I had a cunning plan. Put some food into the cage and hopefully they'd go in on their own. Charlie, show them how it's done. A quick refueling stop halfway. Look at all of these cats, guys. Meet Sharon, kittens. Kittens, meet Sharon. Oh,
It's okay,
so
it's okay.
That's Marley.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That's Jimmy.
Julie.
What is that? Oh my god. That's called a dog. Charlie.
We have the cat catcher. Clever man.
Purring away.
Genius.
Hope you'd forgive me, Timmy. They were good in the car as well. I gave them food, they were eating away.
Love you.
Go, Charlie. Come here. Charlie. The other two are under the bush. Hi, Marley. Oh yeah, I can't see Timmy if you stand there. I was amazed and relieved at how quickly and well they were settling in. Now they just needed to find new homes and be adopted. The problem is there's so many kittens and cats on the island who just aren't going to get the chance to be adopted and get new homes. There's just too many of them. And if you find kittens who still have their mother around them like these do, you leave them together. It's so much better for them health-wise. It's only if they're sick or at risk. This is Tommy in July last year. We met him in a restaurant on our first night and fell in love with him. He was so ridiculously friendly and cute we couldn't help but keep popping back to visit him. I saw him again in January, and of course the restaurant where he'd been hanging around before was closed, but he was being fed in the off-season by a lovely lady. But she did say that he'd vanished for a few weeks but had just come back. In March I was told that Tommy had been attacked, most likely kicked in the head, and he was in a terrible state. He had lost his eye, and they feared he would lose the sight in his other eye. He was kept in safety off the street by the same lady who'd been feeding him. Luckily, another tourist, Carolyn, who met Tommy a few weeks after we first met him, immediately said she would adopt him when she found out what had happened. Now Tommy lives in England, where he is happy, hugely loved, and most importantly, safe from harm. What happened to Tommy was awful, but sadly it's not uncommon. Not just on Skiathos, but all over the world. Animal cruelty is a global problem. It has gotten better on Skiathos thanks to educational programs in schools and new laws fining people who are caught. Whilst there are also still occasional poisoning of cats, this is drastically less than how many there used to be. But kittens are still tossed into the bins every day. It's not just the locals though. Not all tourists are animal lovers, and there have been many cases of mistreatment of cats by them. On my last evening on Harriet's beach, I was walking back to the car when I saw a boy try and hit Severus with his lilo. I stopped him and scooped poor Severus up, taking him to my car to get him to safety. The kid was with his parents, who were not at all bothered by what their son was doing. In fact, the father said to me as I walked past him with Severus in my arms, "Curiosity killed the cat."
Hello. Nice to see you, Severus. You want some food? Come with me. Severus. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Enjoy.
The more friendly and trusting the cats, the more at risk they are from people. The ones who are timid and run away are less at risk than the ones who like to be cuddled. It made me worry deeply about all the lovely cats I'd befriended who were still out on the streets. I had probably made them a little bit more trusting by giving them attention. I headed into town for the last time to try and find Moo. I really needed to find her, but my hopes were pretty low after 11 trips in to search for her. Moo! Hello, you. I'm going to try straight down there. Oh yeah. Hi, Squeaks. Moo. Oh my god. It's Moo. Moo. She's being very timid. Moo. Hello. Hey girl. So good to see you. I've been looking for you for a week and a half. Hello. Hello. You were so friendly and so gorgeous. So I found her my last night. It's great. I mean, I was really upset I couldn't find her, but I just hate where she is. I hate these streets. This is where that cat got hit that I found dead. I just want to take her somewhere safe, like where Harriet is on the beach, but I can't take them all. I can't help every single one. I just want to take them all away from here. Moo. Being a stray in town where I found Moo is probably one of the most high-risk areas for cats because of the traffic, how fast cars and mopeds dart around these small streets. And the main road itself, so many blind corners, and most of it isn't illuminated. So many cats die from road accidents every day. It was 2 a.m, but I still needed to get to the other side of the island to go and see my Harriet. Hello. Hiya. Hello, girl. After all that, she didn't even want it. Oh well, at least I got a chance to see her. It was so hard to leave, having become so attached to so many cats. I knew it was going to be hard, but I also knew it would be harder for me to not try to help as many as I could. I'm so grateful of the charity for what they do. Their efforts to keep the population down with the neutering program, feeding the strays, taking in cats in need, and getting as many cats adopted was inspiring. I just hoped they could raise the money they needed to find a new home, to give them a future for generations to come. As the thought of Skiathos going back to a time before they were around was too sad to think about. There are charities on some of the other Greek islands and many places around the world who are also doing incredible work for not just cats, but all animals.
Good evening, €1 for the stray cats of Skiathos, please, just €1.
So if you do go on holiday to one of these lovely places, try and find out if there is a charity you can donate to, as they all need every bit of help as possible. I love Skiathos, but now every time I think about it, it brings me sadness because of the cats. This wouldn't stop me returning though. It remains a truly special place to me, a place of beauty, of wonderful people, and of beautiful cats who one day I hoped would be safe. Simba has been adopted, and he now lives happily in England. Arnie has stopped hiding and is growing fast. Though little Van sadly didn't make it, and one of the 5 dumped kittens also passed away, but the other 4 are getting stronger every day. Charlie has now been adopted, but his brothers need homes too. Moo is still living on the streets. I wish he could also be adopted. Severus is still living on the Laney beach, being as friendly as ever. So if you see him, be nice to him, give him a cuddle, and give him some food. I never found Ginger Nuts. I cling to the hope that someone took him in, and that he's still with us, somewhere. And then there's Harriet.
Harriet, hello. Right, you and I are going. You ready?
I couldn't leave her behind.
Right, let's go.
So, I'm adopting her. She's had a blood test and thankfully there's nothing wrong with her. Harriet. Hello. In a few weeks' time, once she gets her flight, she will be living with me in England. Until then, she's in a safe home on the island, getting used to being a house cat. I can't wait to get her home. How my 3 cats will take to her?
Hello.
I think I need to tell them.
Noodle. Hello. Where's the boys?
Let's see.
Hi, Purse. Hi, Purse. Hi, Bert. Funny things. It's great to see you. Good to see you all. Hello, Bert. Hi, Purse. It's good to be home.
It's been about 9.5 months since I last saw Sevi. Much longer than I wanted it to be. I can't wait to see her. Severus! 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 Hello! Hi! Hi! Oh, babe! Hello! Hi! Oh, hi! I've missed you. Severus, come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come here, girl. Hello. 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 Hey. Missed you.
Sarah?
Cuddles with Moo.
Hello.
Moo.
There we go. Look, food.
Are you gonna eat?
Are you going to go in there, Sarah? Sarah's going to have a little poo in there to show you how to use a litter tray.
I'm sure. She'll find
She'll know.
the way.
You having a good time there, Moo? That is a lot of kneading. No. Yes. No.